co-founder, Paul, and then our strategic advisor, Lawson, and also I'm Andy, the head of business development and the CMO of the project.
Mm-hmm.
So we also have another co-founder and CEO is Pete. So Pete, Paul, and Lawson have been involved in the crypto market since very early, like mining Bitcoin back in 2013. And especially in 2019, they became the first community validator on Fantom Network. So only
Wow.
after the big ones. So like right now, Fantom usually in the top 40 on CoinMarketCap. So our founding members actually have that really special opportunity to be one of the first community, actually be the first community validator. So that journey actually has given our founding team members incredible amount of experiences, knowledge, and also in capital return as well. And
Uh-huh.
currently, we offer the most stake validator on Fuse network, which is also a very promising sidechain. So recently, it's just a boom on Fuse. So we're very fortunate and happy about that. So that is a little bit about a blockchain background in terms of game development. So everything that you've seen, our demos, the graphics, everything has been built in-house about
Uh-huh.
our designers and game developers. So what we try to do is to gather a team with veteran and seasoned developers, both in terms of blockchain and game developments, to create Tankwars Zone. So,
Oh. Okay, that's
so
nice.
that's about our team. So, a few general things about what make Tankwars different. So, Tankwars Zone basically is a game with play-to-earn mechanics to create in the genre of action tank battles. So
Mm-hmm.
the player we have to explore the game world, collect enhancing gaming items, participate in battles with other players, raid on bosses, and use different mechanics for passive income. So just replacing the NFT in staking. So with its low cost entry barrier, so the game would be very affordable and accessible to players, especially those in developing countries. So players will have access to numerous classes of tanks with unique characteristics such as health, armor, speed, and everything. We build our game in 3D, so it's going to be not just a 2D interface, but everything is in 3D. So each tank can also be improved with additional equipment after battle. So players will receive Tigo, which are in-game currency, and experience points, which affect tank power and value. And we also have various exciting gameplay modes that players can play and earn, such as PvE, PvP, World Boss Battle, Guild Wars, Tank Championship, Battle Royale. So just a brief description, like Guild Wars, a boss battle first, actually. So boss battles like you're gonna fight like incredible, powerful, and gigantic bosses, and you can
Mm-hmm.
earn rare NFTs by defeating these bosses. Guild Wars is like you join with other teammates to become a guild, and then you're gonna have a guild battle with other guilds, things like that, to make the game ecosystem more vibrant. Tank Championships is like a tank tournament to find a stronger tank. Battle Royale, we think will be really fun because it's like a Fortnite style. So instead of characters, now you have tanks. Let's say we have a big map, and then we have 20 tanks trying to fight and eliminate each other until the
Uh-huh.
last one standing, the winner. So we also have other special features that we can go over later on, like the garage, landing mechanics, etc., for players to try and have fun. Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice to hear. I did not really see the battle royale on the I mean on the roadmap. Is it already there?
Yeah. Yes. In our white paper, in the slides, other gameplay modes. So we're gonna have a Guild Wars, Tank Championship, Battle Royale, things like that. What we try to do is the first demo is the one that we've shown on our website. The PVE 1v1 would be the
Mm-hmm.
first gameplay mode that we will launch at our IGO. But we want to have adding more these gameplay modes and a special feature, spreading out into regular updates to keep the players more extracted and interested in our game over long term. Yeah, so it's not going to be all in one package at the launch, but we will spread these out in regular updates. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because if it has a battle royale aspect on the game,
Yes.
they could really enjoy the game while even if there's even if the token is already deep and there's just a minimal amount to earn, they will still enjoy the game, right? If that's
Yes. Hmm.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
will spend. I think they will be able to spend the money on skins, just like Fortnite.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah. So we
Uh,
want this is a GameFi project. So we want to be it as a game first. It should be entertaining, should be fun, so for players to enjoy. So we want to focus on and adding more various gameplay modes and special features to make it more exciting and attracting to our players. Yeah.
wow, yeah, yeah, that's great. Hey, they are here. You know what? I forgot to click on live button earlier while we are
Oh, okay.
talking. That's why there's no. I'm wondering why there's no audience. I forgot
Okay.
to click it. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, they were able to get the message, your message on our first question. Anyway,
Okay. Awesome.
um, yeah, I also have another question here. Does your game have a burning mechanism?
Yes, we do. So we're gonna have our own game marketplace in our game with a fixed fee of 3.5% trading fee, and 50% of our collective fees from this marketplace will be for buying back and burning the tokens to control the inflation. And later on, we also have plans to implement the DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. So the W bond token holders, W bond is our utility and governance token. So the W bond token holders can also vote on different activities and direction of our game, so, and one of which is the burning mechanism.
Oh, okay. So that's the burning mechanism. Yeah, interesting. Anyway,
Mhm.
let's go ahead with I have a third question here, and
Okay.
I'm concerned about the whales in game. Will there be an anti-whale system in your game?
Currently, this is in our consideration. So at the moment, one of our ways to limit this is to limit the 5 barrels per day for each tank only, and with 4 hours of cooldown time. And also, we just recently talking to a very reputable cybersecurity firm. So that has a feature to track and flag like suspicious and or abnormal transaction or wallet addresses. So
Uh huh.
it's an important aspect that we would like to implement in our game later on, or to in consideration to protect our players and the communities for the anti-whale system. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well said. Hey, Jayco Gaming. What's up? Vin, and let's ride. Guys, stay cause they are going to give away 5 NFT tanks later.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure you will be enjoying this AMA. And my fourth question is, how safe is this project for users and investors?
Sorry, I think I
Vin, and
okay.
let's ride. Guys, stay because they are
Okay.
going to give away 5 NFT tanks later.
Let me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just put it on my
Yeah,
computer.
I just want to ask, how safe is this project for users and investors?
Okay, so we use smart contracts in a lot of aspects of our game, and also we have very chain. So this is one of very popular smart contract auditor. They actually the one who audited XC Infinity. So they also did our audit for our smart contracts, and they're also one of our investors as well. So they over long term they also support in terms of the security of the project to make it very safe for the user and our investors.
All right. And one more question. I'm just wondering how much would it cost in order to play the game? I mean, the minimum investment.
So right now, to play the game, so you need to so okay, just on our schedule at the moment, so going to be our IDO. So we're gonna do it in from Gen 18 to Gen 22. Um, and then after that will be the NFT sales. So it's going to be very low cost entry barrier for our gamers because that's one of our main vision is to make this game very affordable and accessible to a lot of players, especially those in developed countries. So currently, we plan to sell our NFT around $50 each, around that price point. So we hope that this would be a very enticing and exciting um, a pricing point for our players that they can quickly join our game and to have very enjoyable and profitable gaming experiences.
Wow, that's really cheap. That's only 2,500 pesos, guys. fifty
Yes, fifty
dollars per
dollars
NFT.
for
Do
one
we
tank.
one tank? All right.
Yeah.
Do we need to buy two tank? How many tanks do we need in a team in order to
Uh,
start playing?
for the first demo, which is the one that we show, is going to be 1v1 PVE. So you just need one tank to play the game for the PVE 1v1. Yeah. But for after that, when we launch the next update, like for example the 3v3 PvP, so you at that time you we need at least three tanks to play the PvP mode. Yeah.
All right, so you can play with $50 only. That's amazing. It's really
Yes.
cheap.
that that's one of our main vision is to make this very very affordable and accessible to a lot of players to play our game. And also one of another thing is that because our game going to launch on Phantom network, so it's going to very low confirmation time and very low transaction fees as well. Yeah.
All right, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I just put in a note here that it's only 2,500 pesos for an NFT.
Yes.
So there you go. Let's put it
Yeah.
there, and let's
Hmm.
move on to the other questions here.
Hmm.
Will there be a cross-chain feature? You have your own blockchain, right? Are you
Um,
going
we
to have
launched our
cross-chain?
we launched our game on Phantom Network at Genesis. So the reason is, as I mentioned before, because our founding members have very close support from the Phantom Foundation, being the first community validator, and the Phantom Foundation actually has been incredibly supportive of our project since the very beginning, and they also one of our backers and investors as well. So it's a huge deal for us, and also we think it's a natural step to launch our game on Phantom Network at Genesis. So because we want to add more values to the Phantom ecosystem, but we also plan to do multi-chain later on for sure on BSC, Avalanche, Silo, Omatic, etc. Yeah, we also in talk with the BSC technical team already. Avalanche, Silo, we also have meetings with them already. So yes, it's going to be cross chain later on for sure. Yeah.
All right, so that's great. That's great to hear. Because a lot of these, a lot of my audience like Binance Smart Chain.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have your own Phantom blockchain, and one of our audience is actually asking if there's like a contest or an e-sport for battling. That's from Hugh Nguyen.
Okay. So for esport, actually is one of the things we plan to do in Q2 or Q3 of this year. Because when we launch the game, we all talk with the Fantom Foundation, and they one of their partners is the esport teams from the Phantom. So it's something that we want to do as well to make it more the game more engaging and increase the exposure of our game in competition as well. So definitely we want to have this esport teams that gonna support this game. Also have this game in competition. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another question. Does your game have a scholarship program just like Axie?
Actually, we have something similar. So we have two special feature, but okay, let's talk to this is our second one, which is the landing mechanics. So landing mechanics is our special feature that allow players to rent out their tanks to other players. So the tank owners can set a fixed daily rate, and whoever rent their tanks, we need to make a daily payment whether they use the tanks or not. So we can look at this in two cases. The first one is that if you have 20 tanks and you don't have enough time to play all of them, you can rent your tank to your friends, to other players to participate in the game. Um, so that's the first one. And for the players, if they don't have enough money for some reason, they can just rent the tank to try out our game to get the experience, and before they want to actually pay money to buy the NFTs to play our game. But the second case that we can look from this landing mechanics that from a more business oriented perspective, actually you can adopt like a Uber style of business model, so in which instead of large fleet of cars, now you have a large fleet of tanks, and you will have numerous drivers who are the players that will work for you, and you get a percentage cut from their work when you set the fixed daily rate in advance. So the tank owners will get a passive income from the rental rates that they set up. So that's just one of our special features that we want to do that quite similar to the scholarship program in Axie. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Because if they're
Mhm.
going to um, rent the tank, it's like similar to scholarship.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's just search for another question here. And I know that there's a lot of P2E games that only lasted for a month. Yeah, we all experienced that. And what makes this project different to others? What would be the devs' plan to make sure the sustainability of the game?
Okay. So we have a lot of features and additional content in our pipeline, such as I mentioned before, various gameplay modes. So PvE, PvP, World Boss, Guild Wars, Tank Championship, Battle Royale, and then other special features such as the garage, factory, landing mechanics, etc. So it's not going to be an all-in-one package at launch, but these exciting gameplays, we want to spread these out and add it over time regularly to ensure the players are attracted to our game and also to keep the entertainment values always high. And one of the special feature that I also want to mention is the garage. So garage is a type of in-game shop that can repair tanks and help them quickly join back for battles. So usually a tank can only fight 5 battles per day, and after that, if they want to, and it's going to need some cooldown time to quickly to join back for battles. But if you own a garage, you can quickly speed up that recovering time with repairing, and then for your tank to join back for battles. So the garage owner can have some several privileges. The first one is that you can repair your tanks. You can offer this repair as a service to other regular players to get more revenues. The second thing is that the garage owner can access to a limited edition of our game items. So usually these going to be rare NFTs, so they can get these and then sell them back in our game marketplace for other players to get a profit. The third one of the garage is what we really want to do is we will provide APIs. So these garage owners they can actually create their own custom design of
Mm-hmm.
various in-game items such as flags, skins, banners, etc. And they can mint these NFTs and then sell them in our game marketplace to get more profit. So we want to have this kind of mini shop in our game, like micro economies within our game ecosystem to make the game more engaging, more exciting for our players. So and also the second super feature is the landing mechanics that are already mentioned. So with these gameplay modes, special feature, we're very fortunate to have around 30 VCs committed to our project at the moment, which we are really thankful for. And the most important one that probably is the Phantom Foundation that I just talked earlier, who has been supporting us since very early, and being one of the first blockchain game on Phantom, and being backed by the Phantom Foundation is a huge deal for us. And you can also check on our website all the other investors and partners in our on our website like DFG, Hyperchain, New Wave Capital, ZBS, LD Capital, etc. So we our vision is make this project sustainability is to have this kind of pipeline in our roadmap to have clear vision of each update what we need to do, and then also to have different ways to generate income. So another thing that I should mention is in terms of financial foundation of our project, we are very fortunate because from the start, we are generally financially sound because, as I mentioned, we are the first community validator on Fantom, and that journey actually has given us a lot of capital returns. Besides all the knowledge and experience, and we also the most stake validator on Fuse Network. So by operating these validators, also generate adequate income for us to operate this project. And also, we also need to mention we're very thankful and grateful for the financial investment from a lot of VCs that will also help to sustain the project and to build our game and our vision.
Yeah, that's a really nice vision right there. And let's go ahead and check another question here. And guys, for those who just came in, we are with the developers of Tankwars Zone. We have here Lawson and Paul and Andy.
Mm.
So they are the developers of Tankwars. And let me just go ahead and get. Oh yeah, I just remember. It's the most common problem faced by most of NFT games. I know developing a game is not easy, but having delays can start food. Will you be able to meet your schedules on your roadmap?
So basically, at the moment, we have finalized on raising our investment. So we have raised 2.37 million from our seed and private. So very happy and thankful for that. And right now, basically we can go over a few milestones in the upcoming months. Like IDO, which should be from Jan 18 to Jan 22, so just 10 days away. So we'll launch our IDO on across multiple launchpad. We're gonna make an official announcement in the next 1 to 2 days, and it's gonna be on several launchpad. Like for example, on BSC would be on Gami, Babylon, the Game Station, and on Madix, it's gonna be Matic launch. On Phantom would be Phantom Maker, and then we plan also to do IEO on MEXC as well. So we're gonna spread these audio out from Jan 18 and to Jan 22. So please follow our Twitter, and when we're gonna make the official announcement in the next few days to know the exact time and date from this launch pad.
All right,
And then,
guys. Oh,
mhm.
sorry.
No, no, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Their Twitter is already on our description. So if you want to follow their Twitter account, go ahead and check the description box. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
Andy.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, after our IDO would be our INO, which is a few 2 weeks after that, which is our NFT sales, and we should do our IGO in late of February and or in early March. So IDO, INO, and IGO will all be in Q1 as described in our roadmap. And then after that, we will focus more on the gameplays, adding more game battle mechanics like as I mentioned, the gameplay modes and the special features and to make the game more fun and more exciting.
All right. Yeah, that's awesome. And let me just search for other questions from our audience. Isn't your team Jacko Gaming? This is from Jacko Gaming. Isn't your team promised that even if we are small investor and we're late comer, we still have chance to make a profit from this game?
Uh, yes, definitely, because our game we're gonna have different ways to make the to generate income. You can play our game. So I think I should mention about our two main tokens about the tokenomics, so you can know how you can trade and get income from our game. Would that be okay?
Yeah, you can actually share
Yeah.
your screen. Hold on, let me just
Oh, okay. Okay.
um how can I allow you to share the screen?
Mhm. Yeah, because for we want to talk over about our metaverse vision as well, which would be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can go ahead and share your screen now. I made you the host.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, can you guys see my screen now?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay. Okay, so I mentioned earlier we're gonna have PvE, we have PvP. We also have a demo for PvP, but because right now it's currently in development, so we cannot show that to you. But the PvP will be quite different than the PvE. PvE is the one that you see on our website. That is just a turn-based battle system, and then each tank gonna take turns fire each other. But the PvP will be much more animated, much more action. It's going to be real-time battles. So you have a top-down view of the tanks, and then because it's a 3v3, you're actually going to need coordination between your teammates to effectively eliminate your opponents. So that's something that we really want to do and then to offer to our players. So this is the PvP mode, and then we also have the World Boss, as I mentioned, and then Guild Wars, Tank Championship, Battle Royale. Um, in terms of the tokenomics, so we have two main token in our game. So the first one is the W bond token, the War bond token. So it's a utility and governance token that players can get, and then we have the total supply of W bond will be capped at 1 billion. The Tigo, which is our in-game currency. So for easier to understand, we have this diagram. So with NFTs, the players can buy tanks or their asset in our game with W bond, and then they can sell NFTs in our game marketplace in exchange for the two main tokens. The Wabon token, you can use it for voting, trading NFTs, staking, or upgrading, and you can earn W bond by trading NFTs, staking, or through special events. The Tigo, you can earn it by playing the game, farming, or trading NFTs, and you can use Tigo to repair, upgrade tanks, or to trade NFTs. So to answer your questions, so there are going to be a lot of ways that you can make money in our game, like playing the game just to get into goal, or you get the NFTs that rare. For the Genesis, we don't have 10,000 tank card, so they're gonna come as mystery boxes. So if you're lucky or fortunate, you can get like legendary tank epic. So we have 5 rare level from common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. So you can see that for the first 10,000 tanks, you can see that like legendary, you can see the rarer a tank is, the more valuable it is, obviously, and then the fewer numbers there are in our game marketplace. And after the first 10,000 tank Genesis one, we call it the Genesis generation. You can after that you can also mint the second generation from our game marketplace as well. So it's not going to be limited at just 1,000 tank. Um, yep. So that's just the things that I think could answer your question.
Yeah, that's really nice. And one more thing, they're actually asking if there's an oracle, because a lot of games right now has an oracle on the game, on their game. So do we have oracle with Tankwars?
Right now, that is something that we in consideration. So I think we need to have more internal discussion to whether or not to use it in our game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And scholarship, Hayabusa, they already answered about the scholarship. So instead of having a scholarship program, they have a rent system on the game.
Yes. This one. Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
That's the rent system. And where and how can we get NFTs? Yeah. When is your INO?
Okay, so we gonna do our IDO first from Jan 18 to Jan 22, and
Mm-hmm.
after that, we're gonna have our NFT sales and our NFT marketplace launch. So it should be a few weeks after our IDO. So at that point, you can get our NFTs from our Tankwars Zone website. Yeah.
Yeah. You did not. Did you use any launch zone to get the NFTs or?
We in talk with several launchpad for the INO at the moment, so probably we're gonna have spread these out on several on INO launchpad, and also we're gonna have it some on our own website as well.
All right, guys. Make sure to join my Discord and Tank Wars Discord, so that if they will have their INO, you will be notified. And another question about staking. Do we have
Mhm.
staking on game?
Yes, we do have staking in our game. So you can stack W bond, like I show you here. So you can use the W bond for staking, and then yeah, you can use it to staking the our utility and governance token to get more benefits from the system. Yeah.
And do we have like any game guards to avoid exploits and for the security of the game? This is a question from Ren Santos.
Yes, for our IGO, we're gonna have some kind of guide or playbook. So for the players to know how to like a tutorial to and how to navigate in our game, how to play effectively, things like that. So yes, it's something that we're gonna provide to our players. Yeah.
All right, so we have security of the game. Good evening, Bido.
Mhm. Yes, for security, I think I mentioned earlier about VeryChain. So we have a lot of smart contract in our game, a lot of aspect of our game, and we have VeryChain, which is our smart contract auditor. They the one who audited for Axie Infinity. So they also did our smart contract, and they also one of our investors as well. So in long term, so not only they audit our smart contract, but they also provide security support for our game as well to protect the users and the players. Yeah.
This one is really funny question. Where can we find you all in case of a rug pull? Guys, they're all here. They're doxed. Come on, man.
The thing is that because we are very fortunate because we are backed by the Phantom Foundation, so it's a huge, huge thing for us. So it's not something that we can quickly disappear because we are the first community validator on Phantom back in 2019, like only after the founding ones. So we actually have a very close support and relationship with the Phantom Foundation. So it's not going to be we did this and then we just disappear because what we really want to do is we want to add more values to the Phantom ecosystem at our Genesis launch. So that's one of the reasons that it's not going to be a rock pool because what we have been doing so far over the years and what we want to do to maintain and increase our reputation. So not to just a cash grab. Yeah.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, they have a lot of investors already on this game, so um, there is no rug pull on this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another question: why did you choose a Phantom instead of BSC?
Okay. So one of the main reasons is that we are the first community validator on Phantom Network, as I mentioned, and then Phantom has been really supporting us since the very beginning, like introducing to a lot of partners, etc., and also advise us in a lot of like consultation, strategize our plan, etc. And they also invested in our game as well. So given the history and while our appreciation of their support, we think it's a very, very natural step for us to launch our game on Phantom at Genesis.
All
But
right.
we plan to do go over like multi-chain later on, as I mentioned, because not only Phantom, but we're gonna go over to BSC, to Avalanche, Silo, and Matic, etc. And we also in talk with those teams. But at Genesis, we're gonna launch our game on Phantom.
All right. So, I let me just search that again. I found a very interesting question here earlier.
Okay.
Do they have anti-bot? Yeah. Daryl Alvarez asked if you have anti-bot on the trading.
On the trading,
Yeah.
anti-bot. Okay, so that's something that we need to talk with our centralized exchange. But I think for each centralized exchange or DEX, they have their own protection to prevent these kind of action. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Cuz Rice City has an anti-bot. Um Actually, they are not allowing people to trade on PooCoin on the website of PooCoin. You can only trade it on their game, on the game of Rise City. So maybe that's the anti-bot
Mhm.
that they are looking for.
Okay.
Let's. Why did you come up on giving a high allocation of token during seed sale? Because usually it has a lowest allocation in terms of sale. Yeah, they are
Mm-hmm.
asking about the high allocation. Do you have high allocation of seed sale? I did not.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Oh, okay. You can
yeah.
answer that.
Yeah. So one of the reason because yeah, we know it's quite not the common way to do to raise fund, but one of the things that this is one of our first project, and we would like to have the good VCs and the major one involved in our game. So that's why we have the seed a little bit more than the privates to attract the reputable VCs that we want to be get involved with. So that's one of our main reason.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. You know, guys, because if there's investors in one project, you know that it's safe because they already KYC the developers. They already talk to those investors, so that's a good thing, I think, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. We have around, I think, 30 VCs committed to our project. Yeah.
Wow,
On
yeah,
both
yeah,
public and
that's a
private.
lot. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Mm.
Will you tolerate multi-account from your investors? From Ronel Makawili.
Excuse me, can you repeat that again?
Ronel Makawili is asking if you will allow multi-account.
Multi-account for user.
Yeah.
I think for now we want to have unique experience for each player first. So it's not something that we actually um, like punish or something like that, but we encourage the players to have like different players. We have a different account to play our game. So not only just one person that have multiple accounts to play our game. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because some of the games are actually banning those who have multi-account, especially if they are using only one IP address. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why they're asking that question.
Yes. So we're gonna have like I mentioned before, we talk with a cybersecurity firm, so they can quickly track and flag like suspicious or abnormally transaction or wallet address things like that. So it's something that we can implement if this situation happened to us. Yeah. So yeah, this is something that will be in our consideration to protect our user and to keep the game fun and enjoyable. Yeah, not only for just a few people.
Oh, okay. Another question from Boss Mike. Since mostly NFT games last 1 to 3 months, any assurance to give on your future investors? He's basically asking if you can, prolong the game.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I think this is the point that I want to show you our vision. So, you can see on my screen here is the Tankwars Zone metaverse. So, this is something for our long-term vision. So this game is just a one step, but in the grand scheme of things, the Tank War Zone metaverse would include a lot more. So we have here like the tank troopers, which is the tank, and then besides the depot, which is the garage here that you can see, we also have other buildings like factory. So factory is kind of similar to garage in terms of you can create your own tank design. So with the garage or the depot, you can create your own custom like in-game items like flags, skins, or guns, armor, etc. But for a tank, the factory you can create your own tank design. So we're going to provide APIs and SDK, which is our software development kit. So for you to create your own tank design. So we want to make this game into a platform for user-generated asset. So the players we had freedom to create their own design that would personalize each tank, each item. And if you are a good designer and a good creator, You can even make money because you can sell your master species in our game marketplace. So besides that, we also have propaganda bureau, which is like an ad bureau. So you can display banners, advertisement sign, etc. When you in our game Battlefield map or in our Tankwars metaverse. So if upon request, like from the brand, for example, from Binance or from third parties that want to put their brand in our game, something like that. And then we also have land. So land can be purchased by can get acquired either by purchasing in our game marketplace, or you can find monsters on land plots to acquire these land. And you need land actually to be able to build different types of buildings, as I mentioned. So we're gonna have these kind of different um, aspect to make the game very engaging, and the tank war zone will be very vibrant. So just imagine if you can have your own design tank in the battle. So we would, as players ourselves, we would very thrilled to see that, and would be very fun too. So so these are the options that we want to give to our players to make the game even more exciting and more fun, more enjoyable. So this is our long-term view for our project. So we're gonna do it step by step, as I mentioned. It's not gonna be an all-in-one package as Genesis. We're gonna spread these out in regular updates. So we had the team ready. The demo that you've seen in our on our websites are functional. Is in internal testing at the moment. So we also do a Gleam campaign for that. Like just follow our Twitter and join the Gleam campaign to be one of our first beta testers for our IGO as well. Yeah. So this is the long-term vision of our game with the Tank Warzone metaverse.
Wow, that's nice. So you are also building a metaverse. A lot of developers are actually doing that right now. They are building developers. I mean, metaverse. Even Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, is building a metaverse of his own. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's
When
a good and exciting trend, and the future direction that we need to go. Like it's not yes, I would say like it's not simple if Facebook changed their and company name to Meta. So Metaverse, a lot of major companies like Nvidia, they're gonna do the Omniverse as well. So I
uh-huh.
think the Metaverse in general is the future direction that if we can be involved as soon as possible and be more experienced in this industry and we an area, I think is a very um, promising and potential for our game in general. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Um, they're actually changing their name to Meta right now. Facebook on
Yes.
Web 3. So they're going to have their own metaverse on Web 3. Another
Exactly.
question. Is it available for both PC and mobile devices?
Oh, very good question. So our game gonna be available on web first. We using WebGL, but because we build our game with Unity engine, so it's gonna be very easy to export our game to cross-platform on mobile, such as Android, iOS, PC, and macOS later. But because we know that for the majority gamers right now, they play on mobile. So I think we have the data is like 57% gamers worldwide are mobile gamers. So they play on smartphone or tablets. So definitely we're gonna do. Although at first it's gonna be on WebGL on web browser, but we're gonna launch our mobile version very soon after that to answer to the need of our mobile gamers on Android and iOS phone. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Another question: how could you make users addicted? I mean, there's so many GameFi projects, let alone cloud gaming. So they're asking if how can the players be loyal to the game?
So one of the things that we want to make it very differentiate is our game is in 3D. So a lot of games right now in blockchain, they like most of them at this time is 2D. So one of the things that we want to make it different is to make it in 3D gameplay with 3D models of tanks, and we have a lot of different tanks. So you can see in our videos things like that. Each tank gonna be very different to each other. So we want to have these kind of very dynamics and um, a lot of choices for the gamers to play to choose their tank, and then we also have various gameplay modes as I mentioned. So we have 6 to 7 gameplay modes for player to enjoy our game: PVE, PvP, boss battle, guild wars, tank championship, and the battle royale. So battle royale I think would be the most fun because you it would be very Fortnite style inspired. So we have a lot of tanks fighting each other in one big map until the last one standing. So these are the features that we want to, the gameplay modes that we want to provide to make the game very fun and enjoyable to our players.
All right, yeah, that's right. And another question, follow up. This is his, I think, follow up question about allocation on seed sale.
Mm-hmm.
Are you confident that those vesting were enough since you give a high allocation? Example is what when happened to Galaxy War, where one of the wallet dump. Because one of the game, it's Galaxy War. One wallet actually dumps like 70,000 dollars on the TGE. That's why they are asking if how can you prevent those kind of things.
Okay, so actually, one of the reasons we have more than 30 VCs committed because we want to spread their allocation, not so we have like a ticket size. So we don't want like one VCs that have like half or third of our allocation because if that happen, they can also, as you just mentioned, they have the power to dump our tokens and affected our price, our token price. But one of the things that we do to prevent that is that we have a lot of VCs and with smaller ticket size. So even at TGE, although they have like I think that the seed is 12% and then the private is 15%, uh, we um, we think that it would not have that much effect as what happened that you mentioned to Galaxy War. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Um, Actually, Luna War also did that kind of thing. They are only allowed those investors to sell $1,000 worth of their token per day.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, in Battle Royale mode, can we play squad and solo? Yeah, they're asking if we can play squad and solo on the Battle Royale mode.
On Battle Royale, for Battle Royale right now, it's just a one versus all. So if you want to do like squad versus squad, it should be like the PvP or the Guild Wars mode. But for Battle Royale at the moment, what we plan to do is one versus all. Yeah.
All
So
right.
you have one winner at the end. Yeah.
All right, guys. So just solo. That's what they call solo mode. One versus all. And there you go. Oh, I just want to ask about our five tank NFT giveaway. Are we
Mhm.
going to have it on Gleam or are you going to give it today live for our audience?
We would like to give it to our live audience. So not sure if you remember the one that asked the question. Some of them very good question actually.
Oh yeah, let's give it to the one who gave the very good question. You choose.
Okay. Um, I think the one of the question. Please give one for the one who asked about the seat and the private difference in allocation. I think that's a very good question.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I need to send him a message right now.
Yes. Because I'm not sure if I can open my YouTube the YouTube video that you doing the live on because I want to have the sound just echoing.
Yeah, you just need to click on the mute button. They will not
Yeah,
be able
yeah,
to hear it.
do it. Yeah.
I just pinned the guy. I will
Okay.
not be able to memorize his name because it's written in Chinese.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. So they're giving away live giveaway for one NFT tank to this guy who asked
Mm,
the best question.
yeah.
For Meow, yes, 2,500 for one NFT. That's equivalent to $50 only.
Yes,
That's
fifty
cheap.
dollars per tank NFT. Yeah.
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 Oh, Japanese. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a Japanese name. I already pinned it if you want to
Okay, I'm trying
write.
to look back to the question that you from our live.
Yeah. He's got a red and black logo.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Um,
Come on, guys. You can ask more questions so that you will be winning
uh,
an NFT.
maybe the second one would be since for the boss MIK, like say mostly NFT games like 1 to 3 months. Any assurance? Can you see that? Uh, boss MIK. Yeah.
Boss MI. Oh, Boss Mike.
Yes,
All right.
boss
Let
Mike.
me.
That one. And then oh
Guy,
well, okay. Then chain guys will be another one too. Chain guys.
chain guys. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, for those who wins the NFT giveaway, please DM me on my Telegram and make sure to send your YouTube account so that I know that you are the one who won the NFT.
Okay. And Milky main account. Yeah, the
Milky?
one with the yeah Milky main account. Yeah.
All right. Milky main account. And one more.
Yeah, I think and the last one. Let's see. I think there's someone asked about why do we launch on Phantom, but I couldn't find it here.
Let me help you out.
Yeah.
Uh Let me try to filter it.
Yeah.
Why choose Phantom? It's the same guy. It's Boss Mike. Boss
Oh,
MIK.
okay. Okay. So I need to choose no one then. Okay. Oh, okay. Hayabusa then. How about Metaverse? Yeah. I really want
Hayabusa.
to put that out about our Metaverse vision. Hayabusa. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually asking a lot of questions about scholarship, BSc,
Right.
etc.
Awesome. Yeah. So we have
Hayabusa.
our 5 winners. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have our five winners. Hayabusa is the fifth winner. Hayabusa, I think Hayabusa is already rich. No, I'm just kidding.
Hmm. Awesome.
Alright. So, is there any other question, guys? Where and how can we get NFTs?
So I think one. Uh-huh.
They're asking where and how can they get NFTs.
Our NFT sales will be after our IDO. We're gonna have so just please follow our Twitter. So we're gonna announce our INO after our IDO closing. So right now, as I mentioned, our IDO will be from Jan 18 to Jan 22 on I think on 5 Launchpad and one centralized exchange. So please follow our Twitter to know more about our IDO. So I think we have on Gammy, Gammy World, Market Launch, Babylon's Game Station, and Phantom Maker. So if you're on BSC, you can find you can uh, buy our doubly bond tokens from Gami, Babylons, and GameStation. If you're on Matic Polygon, you can get it from Matic Launch. And then if you're on Fantom yourself, you can get it from Fantom Maker. So those are the five launchpad that we currently working with for our IDO from Gen 18 to Gen 22.
All right. So there you go. You will be able to get your NFTs.
Mhm.
Uh, there. One guy is actually asking about the rewards pool. So I think I will be able to answer that. I remember it's 27%, right? 270 million
Yeah,
tokens.
yeah.
All right, there
47.
you go.
Mhm.
27% guys for the rewards pool. Do you have roadmap? Do you have a roadmap for metaverse? Thin Tran is asking.
The metaverse. So we're gonna do the garage and then the garage first, which is the first thing that we're gonna do in our metaverse vision, and then after that we're gonna sell the land because you're gonna need land to build different types of building. So after that would be the factory and an edge agency, etc. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. Is there any other question? Uh, kinda really into tank game. It's kinda men's romance. I wonder how the art style would be in the game. The art style is already here, guys, on the website, on their website. So
Yes,
this,
please
this,
check
this.
our demo. So it's gonna be the the art style in our game as well. Yeah,
All right. So
yeah.
yeah, you
And
can
just want
check it.
to point out this key thing also because in our PVE the demo that you've seen on our website is the PVE 1v1. It's a turn-based battle system. And so you only just have two tanks or each side fire each other per turn. But for our later update, like for the PvP, it's gonna be very different. It's gonna be a top-down view of our game, and we will have all the tanks in real-time battle. So it's gonna be more action, more animated. So it's not gonna be like the PvP mode, PvE mode, but the PvP and other modes later on would be much more fun to play because it's gonna be a real-time battle.
All right. So their first game, guys, is a turn-based battle for 1v1
PvE, yeah,
PVE. Yeah, that's the PVE where we can
yeah.
earn tokens. Um, I saw your white paper. You have Guild War. What's your idea about that? How does reward work on that? It's
So, mhm.
yeah, they're
So for
asking.
the new wars is that the players can form like a major teams. One of the what we think and imagine is that like for we have different gaming guild right now, like no not like YGG and MGG, AGG, AAG, etc. So the players from these guild can come to our game and form their own like sub chapter in our game or something like that. Or you and your friends, a few of you can create your own guild and then have other players to join your guild as well. And you have different types of battle among the guilds to make this kind of like communities versus community things like that. So to make
Uh-huh.
it more and more fun. So that's one of the things that we want to do. Yeah.
All right. And
Mhm.
when will be the launch of the game?
We plan to launch the game at the end of February or in early March. So we have our IDO, INO, and IGO will be all in Q1, the first quarter of 2022. And for the launch, for the official game launch right now, we plan to do at the end of February or in early March. Yeah,
All right, February or early March.
yeah, for the game launch. Yeah.
Is there any other question? So I think you already asked all of the question. Oh, there's another question here. How can you prevent rewards pool to get depleted like most games last year that crashed? Even they have good burning mechanisms and anti-whale system. How can the project be more sustainable?
For the reward pool and to prevent these kind of things, we are doing several ways. One of the things is that to burn tokens and buyback allocation and things like that to create more tokens to supply this. And then also another thing is that we in consideration, but right now we cannot go into more details about this. But we know about what you just mentioned, like good burning mechanics, anti-well system, but we are have several talking with several partners that can advise us on how to prevent this to happen. But right now, one of the things to prevent this is through the burning mechanics and the buyback allocation to have more room to do the rewards. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's right. So let's just search for other question. If there's no other question, wonderful project. Yeah, this is a
Thank
wonderful
you.
project.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And I think they don't have any other questions. Lastly, I have a question actually.
Mhm.
What's your end goal for Tank Wars?
The end goal for Tankwars, um, I think this the so as I mentioned the metaverse vision that we have, so players can besides playing the game, they can actually create various in-game assets such as the tanks, items, etc. And then our main thing in the future is that we want to make this game into a platform for user generated assets. So as I mentioned, we provide API and SDK for the players to create their own design tanks of each item, and they can sell them in our game marketplace to make even more money from the design. So right now that is our main vision, to have this kind of very active, not from just from our as a game designers, but for the player as well. They can create their own version of what they think and what they want, as long as it's uh, meet the certain rules of our API and SDKs, the software development kit. They
Uh
can
huh.
create their own their heart content, what they want to do with their tanks, with their items. Yeah. So the end goal is we have to make this game into a platform, the gaming platform. Yeah. And then later connect with other metaverses. But I think that is too far in the future. Yeah. But for our game, we want to make it into a platform for user generated assets. Yeah.
All right, guys. It's the same thing as a gamepad, so they're going to make it as a gamepad, right? Where they will be
Mm,
able to play other games on the platform. So that's basically what Andy is talking about there.
mm, yeah.
I think there's no other question. Those questions here were already answered earlier. How safe for us users? Again, they have like a game guard to as a security of the game. Do we need to share? Do we need to have NFT to play the game? Yes, you need to have an NFT to play the game. It's only $50 for one tank or one NFT on. Is it going to be on the IDO only for the $50 or even on the marketplace?
In the game marketplace as well. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
even in the
For the
game
first
marketplace.
10,000 tank. Yeah.
All right, that's perfect.
Mhm.
And that's it. I think that's it. That's the only question that they have here. Do you have any other? Do you have any last words for our viewers?
So we just would like to say we're very happy and honored to have this AMA with you today, and to answers and to introduce about project, our team, and then to answers all the great questions from the communities. So very happy to have this opportunity to talk with you today, and we hope that you and then everyone here can enjoy our game when we do our IDO, and then please remember our ideas from Jan 18 to Jan 22. So please follow our Twitter for more details. And yes, we hope to have you guys play our game, and then just join our Telegram as well. We are our team members are on Telegram of our official Telegram group of Tankwars Zone. So if you have any more question that you want to ask, you just can ask us on the group or DM us. Yeah. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So I will be including the Telegram group of Tankwars on the description box. So if you have any other question, don't forget to check our description box. And
Yeah.
again, thank you so much, Andy, for coming to our channel. And I am really honored to talk to you, Andy, Paul, Lawson, the developers of Tank Wars. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting
Yeah.
us. Well.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, thank you. And that's it, guys, for this AMA session. Thank you so much for being here as well. And you may have a beautiful day, all of you. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Goodbye.
See you next content. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.